This is one of my favorite starters, and every time I make it, I can't seem to make enough because the whole thing just gets eaten. This is a piece of rump. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting it into manageable pieces. The fat cap on top, I want it to break down because we're serving it cold. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a cross section across the top so that I can really render all of the nice fat down. Generous with your salt. I'm using just a little flaky sea salt on all sides, including the fat cap. And then just a little bit of neutral cooking oil. Massage on all sides as well. Perfect, pop that aside and we can get our pan on. So we're gonna go fat cap down, and we're gonna spend most of our time on the fat cap because we wanna render all of the fat out of our crisp cross section. For our dressing, you need a snaplock bag. This is because we're gonna store it in the fridge. For the dressing, we've got some soy sauce, Xiao Xing rice brine, some mirin, got a little bit of ginger. It's quite important that the beef goes into the sauce while it's hot. It sort of soaks into the crust. Bit of garlic, flipping our beef. So all you want to do is get a nice sort of thin line of color on there. We use the dressing to finish the plate as well, so make sure you've made the full amount. It looks like a lot for the amount of beef, but we put it all over at the end. And then you want to take your beef, roll it around one last time in that fat, get it straight into your bag. You want to let that marinate for 2 or 3 hours, pop that in the fridge. You can make this little component the day before as well. We're just going to take one piece of nori, sushi nori, and we're gonna cut it up. Anything crunchy and anything salty goes really well in here. So we've got some crispy shallots, we've got some wasabi peas, a little bit of brown sugar, MSG, don't get mad, and then we're gonna add some sesame seeds as well. So yeah, this little spice mix is just so delicious. You can have it on fish, you can have it on anything, but it's really, really good with this beef dish. The last little component we're gonna make for this is we're gonna make a really simple little wasabi mayonnaise. So real simple, we've got some Kewpie mayonnaise. If you can get hold of wasabi powder, which most Asian grocers should have, then that's great because it keeps your mayonnaise a little bit thicker. And all you gotta do is stir that to combine, and we've got a delicious green mayonnaise. All right, let's plate it up. Got our beef here and it's been marinating, and we're just gonna bring it out onto our chopping board. And you wanna make sure you're cutting it against the grain. I'm gonna slice it this way. Not too thick, not too thin. You wanna make sure you've got some body to it. And you can see we're completely rare through the middle. We've got a nice, beautiful cross section, and the fat's all beautifully rendered all the way down. I'm gonna start off with a few little dollops of wasabi mayonnaise. This is a nice little platter, and kind of, as you grab the beef, you kind of drag it through everything. And then we're gonna start arranging our beef. Fill your plate out. We're gonna put a couple more little dollops of mayonnaise on the ones that didn't have any underneath it. Then you wanna take your dressing, and you wanna make sure you sauce every single piece, and then you can pile on all of your crunchy bits. A little bit more of the dressing so it soaks into the crunchy bits. And then we're gonna finish that off with some micro herbs. Nothing too crazy, just 3 or 4 on each piece of beef. And that's it. Oh my God, yum. I could eat that whole plate.